Hi everyone, welcome to WW Designs. My name is Nikki and it's time for the next part of our vintage glam journal creation. In the last video I created this fabric cover for my journal using a biscuit box, and whilst it didn't work out perfectly, it's very usable, and let's be honest, this is just a base. There will be much decoration added to this, so I think any little flaws will be nicely hidden away. It was a great experiment. I would do it differently next time if I was creating a fabric journal, but this is going to do the job. So now we need some signatures inside this, but for your reference, with all my pages, this size is 20 centimeters by 10 is the maximum page size I will be using, because I don't want any of my pages hanging over the edge. Decoration, different ball game, but the pages, I like them all nicely contained within the journal so that they don't get damaged. If you have pages that stick out anywhere, there's a very good chance they may get damaged, and we don't want that. So that's what I'm working with, just so you know. So I've gathered a few goodies together. I have a few of the traditional ones. This is a little bit of a book page. It's actually from an atlas. I have a piece of pianola paper. This was an envelope that was gifted to me at some stage. I've cut down the side, so I now have 2 tuck spots, and someone very kindly, I don't know whether they coffee dyed this or used like distress oxide or something, but I thought that was quite pretty, so we're going to include that. I have a beautiful gold heart doily. I have a piece of music paper. Now, I'm not like many others. I can't stand pages that are put in and the writing or the images are on the side. So I have cut this and glued it so that it goes into my page, into my journal the correct way. I don't know why I don't like it, but I don't. So I prefer to do things this way. So I just simply glued them together, and now of course it opens properly. The same with this book page. I don't want my book pages in on the side. This is a very old book. It's very, very smooth, delicate paper. It's actually delightful, but it's quite fragile. So what I've done is grabbed a scrap piece of coffee dyed paper, and see, as you can see how easily it's torn. So to give it some strength, I've just joined the 2 pages together with the coffee dyed paper just to give it some strength. But I wish you could feel how beautiful this paper is. It's very smooth and delightful, so wanted to include that. Then of course we have some coffee dyed paper. This one here, I've actually kept it the full A4 length, and we've just folded the sides in so we can make some tuck spots with that one. With this one, I trimmed it down to the correct size. And this one here, I trimmed it a little further because I actually had a little piece tore where when I sprayed it and tried to lift it to turn it over, it tore. So I've made that one a little smaller, but it doesn't matter. Now, these things here, years ago, I was in a news agency close to home, and they used to sell beautiful papers. So, you can DIY your own invitations, wedding invitations and things like that. And I bought this pack that had all sorts of different sheets. They're beautiful, and they're all, the insides or underside are all pearlized. They're just delightful. And I thought, it's about time I really use some of these. So I thought they would be perfect for a vintage glam journal. So there's a small page. This one was was quite damaged. So I worked with what I had left of that piece. This one here, I cut into a round shape for something different. I had this frozen calzone packet in the freezer and I decided it was time I ate it. And they came on this round piece of cardboard. So I used that as my template, and we have a round page. And this again, all beautiful pearlized on the inside. This one here, I have, again, kept it the full length, folded it right in to create a fold-out style page. Then these were from a printable that I purchased, and I've had a complete mental blank as to who it was from. I'll pop it down in the description box below. It was, I think, 184 pages of shabby, pinky, pretty stuff. So what I did, I printed them onto normal paper, so they're not super vivid, but they are very pretty. What I did, I just put two next to each other in Word in a document and then printed them out. So on a couple of them, I did end up with a tiny white strip here. So what I've done, I've just inked the edges. And then this one on the inside, one of the sheets that I had in this pack is this beautiful pearlized wave design, but it's incredibly thin paper. So I didn't think it was a good one to use as a page on its own. So I've glued it onto the inside of this. Then this one here, did it again, put two together in a Word document, and we all know how popular masterboards in junk journals are, but instead of you creating a masterboard just to make ephemera with, I just grabbed my scraps, glued on the inside of this, and made a masterboard page. Then this one here, I've left as is. I haven't touched the inside yet because I haven't decided what I'm doing. And I cut out around the edge of the lace on this side and just roughly around that side, sort of keeping the feathers there. And again, of course, inked the edges. So it's an interesting shape. Not quite sure what else I'll do with that one yet, but all good. And then for the covers, I was going to use scrapbooking paper to do my covers for the three. Oh, my words are just not with me this morning. I think I need another coffee. For my signatures, that's the word I wanted. Again, I've used these really pretty papers, pearlized inside. This one I think is pink inside. Yes, and then this one is pearlized. These are good quality. I don't know what the GSM is because this was just all in a mixed bag, but it's quite thick, but not as thick as cardstock. And seeing they were all pink, they go perfectly with my colour theme that I'm sort of working with for this journal. I decided I would just use these as my covers. So what we need to do is we need to split this up, and then we have to split up these pages. Of course, it doesn't really matter what order they go in. What I'd like to do is, of course, try and include one of each type in the journal. Now, I have folded all of these with the print on the outside for the moment, but I may very well change those around. Now, will you just stay there? Thank you very much. Then we need a coffee dyed paper in each one, and then something bookish in each one, so maybe that one there. And then we have these three, which are a little bit different. So now it's just a matter of working out how I would like all these to sit. So I made these my maximum size, the 20 by 10, and hopefully everything should fit inside very nicely. So what sort of order do I want here? See, we're going to start off with a plain interior, so I think a pattern would be good. Then maybe coffee dyed in that. I don't want them all so that it's from bigger to smaller necessarily. Let's see. Then maybe, yes, actually this would make a lovely contrast inside there. I do like that. We've got the fold outs. Now I'm thinking because this one is so delicate, except that would look quite good there. But is it going to cope? Yeah, what I might do, I might just trim those a tiny bit before I sew this together, so that I know I've got it very close to the edge and I don't want it to get entangled too much and damage this one. So I will trim those off, but I do quite like that contrast there. And then I think for the inside of this one, I think we need this the other way around. So we'll just flip this over and gently refold it so that it's facing the other way, because I think that will look delightful. So I'll do that properly before I sew these in. So I think that's signature number one. Then this one here, we've got this gorgeous pink interior. What shall we have? Oh, again, see, that looks really lovely. Does this have, it doesn't really matter, doesn't, oh, see, that's very pretty. Does it matter which way these flowers go? Does it look sort of upside down or around about? Not really, because I do love those leaves there. That's very nice. Then, oh no, sorry, can't do it that way. It's going to have to be that way because I want that main bit the right way up. So let's leave that. Then, no, what we might do the same with this one, I think. So then where we've got good contrast with our masterboard themed page, that one can open there. We might put this envelope in there. I quite like that. Then how about we put the music paper in there, and then we can have a nice plain coffee dyed piece for the center. So this one will have a large plain center spread to work with. Do I like that? No, I don't. We're going to flip this round. I'm going to put that there. And then we may put the music one here. And this one here. Then we've got, actually, we could do the same. We might flip this around too. And put that one in there. And then we could even do it like this. Sew them in. So we have, maybe that's a better choice for that one, I think. But it's endless what you can do. Now, let's see. How does this one shape up? Okay, again, I do like... Now, does this have a right or a wrong way? Well, I suppose flowers and pearls, it really doesn't matter, does it? No, we're going to keep the fabric at the front. Let's do that. Then we might pop this little piece in here. And then the coffee dyed paper there. Then this one can go here. Or do we want... that's a lot of plain, isn't it? So how about we will flip that one over too and pop that one there. And, oh, yep, I like that. I didn't want them all to have just a big plain center spread. I have a little idea in my head of what I might do with a couple of these center spreads, so I wanted them different sizes. So I think that works really well. All right, so for now I am going to go and refold the ones that are going in the other direction, and then when I come back we are going to attempt to sew these in. So I will return. All right, so I've had a slight change of plans. I can't decide whether to sew the signatures straight onto the spine or whether to do a hidden spine. So what I'm going to do is the attaching signatures to thy journal is going to happen in the next video while I truly contemplate which way I would like to do this. If you'd like to vote, pop down in the comments whether you'd rather see me do an exposed spine or a hidden spine, and it might help me decide. Until next time, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye for now.